Hello, my name is Mark Hughes from Funky Social Media, and in this video I'd like to give you the do's and don'ts when it comes to lead generation on LinkedIn. Now, what do I mean by the do's and don'ts? Very simple. To achieve great lead generation results using LinkedIn, you should really make sure you're using it properly. So here are my few do's and don'ts to keep in mind when using LinkedIn for lead generation. Let's cover the do's first. Right, so you want to share content. Creating and sharing content is one of the most essential aspects of inbound marketing. Ensure that you are creating good, clear, relevant content so that it represents your company in the best way possible. On to the second do. Focus on quality over quantity every time. No one likes being bombarded with information, especially if it isn't information they want. Make sure your content is actually useful to those who read it and only post when you have something valuable to say. On to the third do. Answer questions in the LinkedIn Answers section. Now in LinkedIn, on the top navigation bar, when you log in, you'll have a little drop down in the navigation that will take you to LinkedIn Answers. What you want to do is go into that and start answering other people's questions related to your expertise. It's important to be involved. Answering questions relevant to your industry will help you get your name out there. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for exposure. If your answer is chosen as the best answer, and a lot of people don't know this, you'll actually gain expertise points, letting people know that you're one, knowledgeable, and obviously, more importantly, trustworthy. And as a bonus, by responding to questions pertaining to your target audience and your expertise, you will have the start of good material for your blog. Alright, do number 4. Create groups, and obviously if you are in groups with us, which I suggest highly, is you want to be active in those groups. Create a group relevant to your industry and promote it to build its membership. Your group can then be used for marketing campaigns and allows you to demonstrate your thought leadership and establish credibility by sharing with the groups resources and solutions to help them solve issues. Capture more opportunities and generate more revenue for themselves and or their businesses. Remember, it's what's in it for them. So keep your group members highly engaged with content that's beneficial to them. One way to actually quickly share information you've created and posted on your blog is to share it with groups you have joined. So you're allowed 50 groups to join 50 groups on LinkedIn. So if you've got something of great value to share to your target audience within those groups, you want to go and share all of that information to all the groups you have joined. Now you can quickly and easily repost links to your blog articles with all the groups you belong to in LinkedIn. Now, how would you do that? Well, first you make sure your blog has a LinkedIn share button on it. So if you don't have, there are resources on LinkedIn for you to go and grab some code and embed that on your blog, and that will display a LinkedIn share button. Okay, simply click that share button and sign into LinkedIn, and then you'll find a box or a little light box that will pop up. Tick the box that says marked or is marked post to groups, and there you'll be able to start typing in the names of the groups that you belong to. So as soon as you type the first letter, the group name will start to appear. Now a little tip, start with A and work your way down through the alphabet, and that will pop up the groups that you belong to and make it much easier for you to, rather than having to remember all your group names, especially if you've got 50. That's going to be a difficult proposition. Okay, so after you've selected all the groups you want to post to, you simply click the share button, and just like that, your blog post is now shared with dozens of groups and can potentially reach thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of prospects. Now you can use the same method to share blog posts as a status update and share with individuals via their LinkedIn email, or even better, their personal or business email. Another effective method is using LinkedIn announcements, which you can send messages straight to your group members' email inboxes. So if you own a group, you have the ability to go into the manage section of that group and click on the announcements and add an announcement, which will automatically be received by all your group members in their LinkedIn email inboxes. Okay, so we've done the do's. Now we have to kind of address a few of the don'ts, because You don't want to do all the hard work of engaging your audience beautifully and getting some leads through that, and only to fail on a couple of the don'ts and end up driving people away and completely dashing your reputation on LinkedIn. Okay, so first of all, don't be pushy. When you're attempting to use LinkedIn for lead generation, being over the top and pushy in your sales approach, is actually just going to end up turning people away from what you're trying to market. They're going to switch off. They're probably going to leave your group, and you're going to end up with just a few or a handful of members in your group. Okay. Furthermore, if you are too aggressive, your messages also could be viewed as spam. Once you get classified as a spam on LinkedIn, that's it. Game over. Now, it is important to remember that relationships need to be built before you try to sell anything to the connections you've made through LinkedIn. I mean, we all go on and on and on about relationship building and building rapport, the know, like, and trust factor. It really is so important that you do remember to build the relationship first. Right, on to another don't. Don't rely solely on LinkedIn for your lead generation. You could be on the one platform going on and on with lead generation, but your target market is not just on LinkedIn. They're everywhere. It's an excellent tool, but at the end of the day, there are many other social media platforms that really should be explored if you want to maximize your lead generation. The obvious ones: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Maybe the less obvious is Pinterest. And they're just a few of the most popular platforms, which can also be used, obviously, in creative ways to reach the public and to generate leads for your business. Right, so start following these tips. There's a couple of do's, a couple of don'ts. There's many more, but that's just a start for now. Follow the tips, and you can start seeing serious results using LinkedIn, especially for lead generation. Begin as soon as you can and choose at least one of these tips and implement it right now. Action with a little bit of consistency is going to bring you results, but you have to start. That's it. That's my do's and don'ts for LinkedIn lead generation. This is Mark from Funky Social Media. I'd love for you to go and like us on Facebook. The URL is there, and also to follow us on Twitter. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.